What's up guys, John here from the Killer Bits, and today we find ourselves in Stasis. This is one I have been looking forward to in a long time, ever since we spoke with the developer Chris Bischoff, probably a couple of years ago now. And this is a 2D isometric point and click, well I suppose horror game in fact. It's very much influenced by kind of sci-fi horror like Alien and Event Horizon and stuff like that, but I'll show you the options first, because I mean, let's just say this isn't a pretty game. It's a bit basic looking. I mean, our options are this, literally. We have brightness and volume. There's nothing else. I mean, it almost reminds me of kind of old 1990s to early 2000s PC games. It's got that kind of CRPG, that's isometric thing that's been brought back obviously with stuff like Pillars of Eternity and Divinity and things like that. But this one feels a little more rough around the edges. I say it's not pretty, but one thing it has got is tons of atmosphere. I mean, it is just dripping with that. But I'm waffling on. I will start a new game. I've played first half hour, 45 minutes of it, mainly just so I can get to grips with it, work out the first couple of puzzles, because like any point and click adventure, it's one of those pick up everything and just try using it on it. Everything else to get it to work. So it's a bit time consuming, but as I say, as you can see, it's not pretty, but just look at it, it's dripping with atmosphere. You can already see the alien influence, and yeah, just look at this. It is so alien. And the fact that it's essentially been done by one guy, as I say, the main guy behind it, Chris Bischoff, has come from like I think he's an architectural design background. So the environment design is absolutely fantastic. And here we've got the Nostromo. No, I mean the Groomlake. Yeah, it's very much influenced by, you know, all those kind of classic sci-fi horror. I mean, if you go back and see our interview we did with him, he talks about his influences and things like that, and how as he was creating it, he'd have stuff like Event Horizon on in the background, or Sunshine and things like that. And you can see those influence in this opening title sequence. And the sound design as well is really impressive. It all adds to the atmosphere. I know I'm talking over it, but I just want to get across, because there's going to be plenty of talking from the characters. There has been a lot of voice work done on it, and there's a lot of story involved. So I thought I'd get out all the information while I can in this opening sequence. But as I say, Chris has done the majority of the work, but he has actually been working with his brother, I think it's Nicolas, who is basically taken on the role of de facto producer on this. And there you go, Chris and Nick. I have to say, they have done a fantastic job from what I've played so far. As I say, I played first 30 to 45 minutes and died a couple of times, which are amusing. I'm trying to show you at least one of the deaths in this video. But here we go.
Incorporation Stasis plug suit. Please hold still while your biometric scans are completed. Heart arrhythmia. Multiple fractures along ribs 3, 5, 11 and 14. Extreme muscle atrophy. Danger of heart failure. Danger of pneumothorax. Seek immediate medical attention. Medical data storage is damaged. Formatting quantum storage device. Plug suit quantum storage device is ready for physical record storage.
So here we are in the game, and as you can tell, we are pretty fucked up. We've just come out of Stasis.
This isn't my ship.
And apparently this isn't our ship. This is John Marachek. And for any of you uber aliens nerds, that name may sound familiar. And we actually discovered this when we did the interview with him. The main character's name is John Marachek because that is one of the names in Aliens. If you remember the scene where they reach the planet and they're going through the colony and discover all the facehuggers in all the jars, John Marachek is the first victim to have a facehugger removed from his face. So that's a cool little...
My heart.
Please seek immediate medical attention.
Yeah, so we need to seek medical attention. As I said, it is a point and click. It's a traditional point and click. I mean, the fact that I think it's Daedalic are actually helping to publish this. Daedalic are obviously known for their point and click adventure games. Quite a big I think the German publisher, and yeah, it is traditional point and click. It's got all the kind of traditional 2D isometric design. The character animation is it's not great. I have to admit that. I mean, the models not fantastic, but as I say, I know Chris has come from like an architectural background, so obviously all the details thrown into this environment, and as you can tell, even it's just dripping with atmosphere. Anyway, we have basic layout. We've got this is our load save screen, and it wouldn't be a point and click without an inventory, and this is our inventory. So we basically store this in our quantum device, as the computer said. But anyway, I've been waffling long enough. Let's get on with it.
Increased heart rate detected. Automated medical care systems are non-functional. Please seek medical attention.
Trying.
So yeah, as I said, the animation's not great. I mean, one thing I have noticed.
Hello. Please. Is anyone there?
Ooh, creepy buckets rolling around. One thing I have noticed, this, as I said, did go through Kickstarter, and they did actually have a demo version, which was kind of this first kind of section as part of it. But one thing I remember, the actual kind of avatars that appear in the top corner for John and other characters that appear in the game were almost like these spooky holographic.
Groomlake Infirmary is closed until further notice. Incorporation accepts no responsibility for death.
So our robot overlords have no claim of responsibility for lost limbs. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, the kind of the avatars that appeared in the top corner were these kind of really kind of ghostly looking holographic images, and I think that worked really well. what they've gone for now is these kind of almost comic book, you know, bright colours and that avatars, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I think anyway, this is, well, it's obviously a switch puzzle. As you can probably tell, in the room we have different medical devices, but obviously the power has gone out, so we are in bad shape. So I think we need to use the diagnostic machine. So it is literally just push buttons. Okay, so we've got power going to robotic surgeon, doc-mate scanner, or life support. Well, we don't need the life support. We might need surgery on our ribs, but I think we need the scanner. So let's see.
Robotic surgeon active.
Okay, well, we don't want the robotic surgeon, so can we turn it off? No. So what we have to do is overload the system, and that kills the power. So it is a relatively simple puzzle.
Emergency life support active.
Okay, well, we don't need the life support, so we'll overload the system again. And
Doc-mate scanner.
we've got the scanner. So let's get out of here. And the scanner is active. And I assure you, he does move a bit quicker later on once he's less, well, messed up from an extended hypersleep.
Doc-mate scanner active.
Okay, the creepy baby face robot is freaking me out a little.
Multiple injuries detected. Emergency medical kit created. Nanite solution, anticoagulant, and morphine combination suggested. Thank you for using doc-mate systems. Have a nice day.
So there we go. We can cure a heart attack and broken ribs with a pill, essentially, which is always nice to know. At least medical researchers come on leaps and bounds in the future. Come on, let's take our magic pill. So, as you can see, we've collected stuff in our inventory. So we click, and it's traditional. Use one thing on the other, and now we have a full hypodermic syringe, and we use it on John here.
Deep breath.
But Dad, Sandy said that if you have bad dreams and you can't wake up that, you'll be stuck in them forever.
Well, I'll have a good talk to Sandy's parents.
But is it true?
Becca, don't worry, you won't have any dreams for the entire trip. But if you do, just squeeze Teddy, and I promise they'll go away. Now legs up, lay down. There you go.
Sweet dreams, my girl.
No. Wait. Sing it. Sing the song.
John, looks like we have a song to sing. Go to sleep, my baby girl, in your warm bed. Soon you will rise again, so drift away, sleepyhead. Dream of us, and you will see monsters can't harm you or me. Close your eyes again and worry no more. Stars and the moons, they will pass us by soon. A new day will surely be upon you and me. So go to sleep, my baby girl, in your warm bed. Soon you will rise
rise again. So drift away, sleepyhead. You know, you could have just told her that we're gonna have so many drugs in our system that we'll barely remember our own names.
Yeah. Somehow squeezing Teddy seemed a little more comforting than you'll be in a drug-induced coma.
We are almost done here. Do I get a Teddy?
You get a hug.
So there's our little bit of exposition.
I need to... My wife, my child. I need to find someone. I need to get out of here.
So there we go. We need to find our wife and kid.
Vital medical functions have been restored to benchmark levels.
And we're moving a bit quicker. See, we can run now. I told you it was a magic pill. So the access bench is inactive. Right. As I said, I'm going to show you the first few puzzles. So anybody wanting to watch this to use as a way to learn how to do the puzzles, they can do. So we are going to need the drill off the robotic surgeon. So if we go out and activate the surgeon. What was it? There we go. Access surgery prep. What was it? One of these. There you go. Right. Now, if we were to go up to it and try and grab it, it retracts. So what we need to do is basically put it into position and then go kill the power to it. It's one of those, when you know what you're supposed to do, it's obvious, but it can be a bit annoying. It's like any typical point and click. So if we run up to it now, with no power in it, we can actually grab the drill off it, which we're going to need for a couple of puzzles. But as I say, the one thing I really love about this is just kind of how he's using the environment to help tell the story. Because... oh.
Attention. Due to the threat of external contamination, a security lockdown is in order. Please meet at your closest administration office for further instruction.
Well, we know shit's gone down by all the blood smears on the floor, and yeah.
Is anyone there?
It does remind me of Alien, because I mean, famously, Ridley Scott always said Alien was essentially
empty.
Corporation, the last truly great company.
Fuck! I just...
Thank all employees for their
Where the hell is everyone?
This year's profits are up 20% across all sectors.
yeah. As I was saying, Ridley Scott famously said that Alien was... well, there's two stories. He said it was like Jaws in space, or it was a haunted house in space. Now, I always like the haunted house kind of explanation more. I mean, if we go up to these computer terminals, they basically give us all the clues we need to solve the puzzles. So, administration terminal, there we go. Security systems. Basically, there's a lockdown, bathroom keeps getting flooded, things like that. If I was to go through all the text and read everything, this would take a long, long time. So, as you can see, there's lots and lots and lots. We want, what was it? Security. Where's the lockdown? There we go. As we can see, unlocked, locked. Now we've opened the door next door.
Maintenance doors unlocked. Lock will be engaged in 3 hours.
So, essentially, we've got a time limit on it, but that 3 hours could last for ages. I didn't. And we've got a grubby toilet. As I say, even the toilet is nicely designed and functional. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to show you one of the amusing.
This is disgusting.
So now we've just picked up a wet, dirty towel, which we're not going to need just yet, but we will need it later. And the creepy sounds in the background, freaking you out. Yes, yes. There's going to be a lot of that. As I say, the atmosphere in this, in part, is the design of the ship, but it's also a lot to do with the audio design as well. I mean, stuff like trying to tune in the radio. We did... okay, maybe not. But there's lots of kind of chatter and things like that. Obviously, like any good horror film or game or things like that, it's always get to the exit, and we've got the elevator here. But now with this door is open.
Warning. Air filtration system offline. Toxicity increasing to dangerous level.
Yeah, so one of those kind of reports on the administrator's computer is basically saying there's been a bunch of leaks which is causing our lockdown, and as you can see here, we've got a system failure.
The smell. It's sweet.
So the sound of bubbling liquid resonates inside the huge fluid storage tanks. Now, as I say, this is amusing death number 1. Well, it's amusing to me. So we've got a tank full of fluid and we have a drill. I wonder what could happen. I'm melting! I've got a feeling Chris had a lot of fun doing death animations. Anyway, we'll do this properly now. So, as I say, it is kind of typical point-and-click adventures. You obviously need to use the drill on that to kind of relieve pressure. But if you notice down here, we have a PDA, which will give us some helpful clues. So this is engineer's PDA. Ooh, Andrew here is about blah 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 blah. Leisure equipment, steam vents, circuits, breakers. Ship's been running for 50 years, nobody bothered to do any upgrades. Bottom line, the casing are shoddy and gonna need months of work to make them 100% safe. I've also pulled my muscle on my shoulder trying to rotate the pressure valve, release valve. The bastard needs to be turned 3 goddamn times. There's a clue. Next section. Simmons volunteered to be a research subject, and something has been off with him since he got back from the labs. I don't want to report him to security, but I'll keep an eye on him. Fucking research department. Why can't they use monkeys like everyone else? So that's a bit of flavour for, yeah, weird medical research is going on here. CSEC sent me down to the ass end of the ship to fix the fluid storage tanks. I'm guessing that's these. Again, not too long ago, other vats malfunctioned and started spraying that acidic shit all over the place. The bulkheads locked down and the entire maintenance crew dissolved. They only found teeth. I'm not going home in a jar, so I've killed the security system lockdown. If that thing so much as pisses that acid in my direction, the system will reset all the security procedures. Safety first. So there we go. We do need to basically create a leak to reset all the stuff, but as we saw, well, as we read, we need to release the pressure, and we have some valves here. There's our pressure release valve.
It's stuck.
So if this was like a traditional point and click, you'd try everything and it goes, oh, it's stuck, that means, oh right, well I need to go and find something. But no, as we read in that clue, we basically need to try it 3 times.
There you go.
And there we go. So we've solved that puzzle. Well, part of that puzzle. And now we should be able to use our drill on this safely. There you go, it's different animation. He steps back.
Attention. System rebooted. Air scrubbers activated.
Finally, some good news.
So there we go, we've kind of reset it, and I've probably been going on for like 20 odd minutes now, so this is probably a good place to stop. As I said, I am really enjoying this. I mean, if there's only one criticism I'd have is it's not the prettiest game. The kind of model animations and things like that, they do remind me like almost early 2000 PC games. It's not pretty, but it more than makes up for that in kind of atmosphere and story. I mean, the story's a little hokey. It is a bit... You can see the influences from films and pulp sci-fi and things like that. So it's not going to be the most... Well, I suppose it will be in depth, but it's not going to be that surprising. But there are going to be some nice little jump scares and things like that in it. But as I say, it's just... It is certainly... scratching that kind of point and click itch I've had recently.
Attention. Product Storage 2. Access to Product Storage 2 is denied until further notice.
So, we can't go in here, we need to go further down. But, as I said, I'm going to carry on playing this, and if you guys want to see me carry on playing it, let me know in the comments. I would love to kind of maybe do like a short Let's Play series on this, if you are interested. If you want kind of more clues on how to solve the puzzles, because as I say, it's that traditional point and click thing. You collect everything, try everything on everything else to try and solve the puzzles, and once you work out what to do, you're kicking yourself thinking, oh, that was obvious.
Attention. Service
but it will be, you know, you will spend 10 minutes banging your head against the wall trying to work out how to open a door or something. But yes, yeah, I am enjoying this. As I say,
What are they doing here?
it's not pretty, but I don't think it needs to be for a horror game. Look, we've got corpses and everything. So this is Claire Daniels, General Nurse. Lots and lots of flavour text, but we have corpses in bags.
Holy shit!
And hopefully you all just jumped at that, because, as I say, it has got jump scares, and I think that is a great point to leave it there.
Security holograms are still working.
So the security holograms are still working, as are the comments below. If you want to see more of this, let me know. If you want to see more videos from us, obviously you can subscribe. I mean, if you like the video, it does help us out. And if you want to get in touch with us, you can do on our social media. Obviously you can get us on Twitter or on Facebook. Or if you want to see more content from us, you can do by helping us, by supporting the channel on Patreon, maybe chucking us $1 once a month to help create content like this. And we just picked up another thing for our inventory. Anyway, as I said, I've gone on long enough. If you want to see more, let me know, and I will produce some more videos for you guys. Anyway, I will catch you later, guys. Bye!